And we back. Another box score watching episode. We are at 22nd episode. We had 4 games slate, early games, some pretty good ones, and let's talk about them. First, we have the Mavericks losing once again back-to-back games as the Wizards move to 6-6, and the Mavericks have been a weird bunch so far. I don't know what to think of the team. We all know what they are. We all know what they want to do. We all know what, how they function, but it still seems so weird and it's not fun to watch really. Luka was bad today with 22, 9 and 6, 3 of 9 from the free throw line, just bad shots. He's taken a lot of bad shots. He has been making them, but there are gonna be games when he's not making them. And well, his shot selection, especially in the fourth quarters, has been atrocious to me this season. And I don't understand how people are not picking up on it more. Because especially when they're up, he can take the dumbest shots you will ever see. Which I mean, it can be part of the fun. It can be part of the just trying whatever he wants when they have a big lead. Or I mean, but they blew some of those, and they were close to blowing more of them. So weird team. Positive is Tim Hardaway Jr. shot the ball 11 times and made 12 times, and 11 threes, made 5 of them. So that's something to look forward to as he's coming back and ramping up from his injury. But otherwise, the Mavs are just not moving me. They are just a weird bunch to me, and we'll see where it gets them. And then we have the Kyle Kuzma game. 36 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. He took some dumb threes also, but it was won by then also, or it felt like it was won. Once again, Rui Hachimura continues to be great off the bench. 23 points, 8 rebounds, 9 of 14. What a player he's been so far this year. And I'm happy to see that because he felt like a good player in the Japan games against us. He felt like he has a lot of potential. He's getting to show it more and more. His mid-range is lethal and just a great game for him. And for Kyle Kuzma, the bench overall was great. Daniel Gafford with 11 and 10. Will Barton with 14, 7 and 4. Good game for the Wizards without Porzingis and Beal. And it's once again the Mavs losing to Underman. They just probably thought it was going to be an easy win for them. Then we have the Hawks bouncing back after yesterday's loss against the Sixers as they moved to 8 and 4. And well, Joel Embiid was really good today, and everyone else was really bad today for the Sixers. Joel Embiid 26 and 13 in 31 minutes, 50% from the field. There was a substitution, controversy or however you want to call it. He didn't want to be subbed out. He didn't agree with it, but he had to. And well, they lost the game right there. And well, they had a late surge when Atlanta was. I don't know what they were doing, but they are also kind of prone to, getting in over their head and taking dumb shots when they're leading late, and it got to a game a little bit, but it was never really a game. It was a weird fourth quarter ending, and well, the Hawks at least pulled it out. Joel Embiid has been great in his return. No one else really has been great though. And for the Hawks, this game was all about Clint Capella, who was sensational. He had 18 and 20. He was really great today. Trae Young still shooting poorly, but got more to the free throw line. Contributed to the game overall very well. And well, the bench has been still really good for him. Clint Capella, as I said, this game was all about him as he's essentially the fifth option, but he was sensational. DeJounte had his worst game as a Hawk, I think. I don't remember him having a worse game, but they won. They are 8 and 4. And I mean, with Trae not even shooting well, they, as long as he gets it together and he gets back to his averages, they are a dangerous team in the East. Then we have the Miami Heat winning against the Hornets in overtime. In what was another weird game, Kelly Oubre hit 7 threes, he had 29 points, but he also missed the clutch threes at the end of the fourth quarter when he had 2 of them that could have won the game. And it was just a weird game. Mason Plumlee had 13 and 15, made 5 of 7 free throws with his left-handed stuff. Now, Terry Rozier keeps checking up shots. He had 25 shots. He made 8 of them. And he was playing some terrible hero ball. I still don't understand why every team just goes to ISO at the end of games and shoot a 3 when it's tied. It's so dumb. I don't get it. Positives for Charlotte, Dennis Smith Jr. Negatives for Charlotte, Dennis Smith Jr. got injured at the end of the game in the overtime. Jalen McDaniels also was really solid. And well, hopefully they'll get LaMelo back because this team is rough. And for the Heat, it was all about Jimmy G buckets. Jimmy Butler, 35, 10 and 8, clutch shots. He made some incredible spin shots, incredible tough moves from the post. Great game from him. And well, no one else really, played great. You could say Kyle Lowry had a good game on his standards. Duncan Robinson off the bench had a good game. Gabe Vincent had a pretty solid game. But it was a rough watch. This game was very rough. Last but not least, we have the Blazers last but not least, we have the Blazers winning against the Pelicans, as they win without Dame once again. This might be the best Portland team they had, since Dame's been here. As I mean, if you don't count LaMarcus Aldridge days when Dame wasn't really Dame yet, and well, Portland, they have some great wings who can attack, defend. They have a lot of people who can play make. They move off the ball. They play team vibes. They got that Memphis type of joy in playing basketball. Jeremy Grant, 27, 8 and 4. 10 of 20. They were in control throughout the game, and even with Anthony Simon struggling from the field, he still made 5 of 13 threes, 23 and 6. They got a lot of positive contributors, and it's great to see the Blazers actually not being, as bad as I thought they would be, and they are really good. We'll see if, this is enough. I don't think so. And maybe you could trade Nurkic and some picks for somebody better. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with the Portland Blazers at the deadline, or how they fare. But they are a good team with a lot of solid pieces that fit together, that play, team basketball. They got joy from it, and it's great to see. On the other side of that, we have the Pelicans, who, I would say the Blazers are confident and have joy in playing together, and the Pelicans are kind of arrogant and have less joy playing together. So we have Brandon Ingram, who struggled today after his big fourth quarter yesterday, 14, 5 and 2 with 5 turnovers. Zion was solid on offense, still a little rough defensively, as Jeremy Grant cooked him in the fourth quarter. CJ McCollum, it's like his fourth rough game in a row. He's been struggling, he's been in a slump. Trey Murphy at least still shoots the ball well, 16 points, but nobody else contributed from the bench. Larry Nance, even though he was a plus, it didn't, show up on the stat sheet. And well, this was all about the starting lineup. I don't want to put it on Larry Nance not making a shot. It was mostly about the starting lineup just not being great today. And like I said, it is essentially arrogance against confidence in the Blazers and the Pelicans. So interesting, interesting comparison with these two teams, but that's what I see from it. And it was a cool game. But a lot of these games today have been a little rough to watch, and not rough to watch in terms of a bad product. Just it was a weird vibe around a lot of these games. The Mavericks are rough to watch, but the Wizards were fun to watch. The Hawks were rough to watch when they were up 20. The Sixers were rough to watch when they were down 20. When they got down 20, the Heat were a rough watch for most of the game, except the overtime in the fourth quarter. The Hornets also, and then the Blazers. The Blazers are a joy to watch though, so at least there's that. What we have today, we got the Nuggets against the Celtics. Should be a great one. I can't wait to watch that. The Warriors against the Cavs. I can't wait to watch that because my Warriors finally play. Hope we beat the Celtics. Suns are playing, Grizzlies, T-Wolves, Bucks are playing, Kings, Lakers could be fun. Some cool games, I'll be here to cover them all. And hope you enjoyed, like and subscribe. And I'll see you all tomorrow.